You ever get tired of staring at the same spot?
Dürüp dürüp.
reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected.
Over there!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Yo, don't be bumping me, man. Ain't do nothing to you.
Supply room access
Bitch!
unlocked.
Let me get rid of this stupid shit now.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Incoming hostiles detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Fuckers. Anywho. Back. Hold on. That's 4.4. That's 6.2. What? Agitators. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Still gotta go through all this shit. That's fine for now. Am I done that shit yet? No, I still need 5 more. Following this news with the game the day before, just completely shocked that people even bought into that game. I did not purchase the game because I knew it was a scam when the first trailer came out. People still bought into it. Then you had all the big streamers complaining about it, going, this game is a scam. You supported the game by even playing it and actually putting it up, on your platforms. I don't know why these guys do that. It makes no sense. And there's still 7,000 people playing this game knowing that the game is a scam. So, I don't get it. Talking about what happened? What happened? Yeah, I'm not concerned about that right now. Let's try it. What did I get? Anything good? Did I get anything good? Anyway, I still don't understand why people are playing that game. The game is nothing. If anybody goes back and looks at the first trailer of that game, you'll understand what the concern is. Like, the game is nothing of what the scripted trailer showed. It has none of the elements of that in it whatsoever. And it doesn't even look like the same game. I mean, graphically, they completely made the graphics shit. I just don't know how people can just buy into dumb shit and think it, it's okay to do that to people.
Reinforcements incoming.
Light them up!
Incoming hostiles detected.
Surround us! We're not your enemies!
Supply room access unlocked.
Hi there, Agent.
Hey, Derber, 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 derber. Where to now? Right there. That's where it's at. So they, getting back to the day before stuff, they had a Discord moderator who was heavily involved in promotion of the game and apparently hiring people for the game, which is, I find really weird, but
I'm in trouble here. Fuck! What?
not getting away.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
That's what the division did to us. Dead.
Everybody. So anyway, they had a conversation with him, and they were talking to him. He was talking about how he didn't know things.
That's why.
You know, he had hope in the game and all this other stuff. You know, that they were lying to him too, and you know, he wasn't able to get answers out of them. And they were just, it was supposed to be an interview of trying to get to the bottom of what
I don't know what
things
to
were
say.
going on within the company itself at the time they were thinking all this stuff. And they softballed the shit out of the questions. They kind of made it seem as though this guy really didn't know what was going on, which, one, doesn't matter if he was in the day-to-day decisions. I mean, he was the lead moderator or something like that. Don't know if he had anything to do with the game development whatsoever. I think he was more management side of things. But
Supply room
regardless,
access unlocked.
to give that man a pass, to make it seem as though he was duped also within the company, knowing that everybody else who saw the initial trailer and everyone who commented on it, like everyone was excited about the game, including myself. We're all excited about the game. The problem was is that I knew through talking with one of my friends who is now in game development, has been in game development for, 15 years, 20 years, something like that, that this game was not a game that could be made. It just couldn't be done, and we knew it couldn't be done with the team that was saying they were going to do it. Right? It's not that the game couldn't have been done, period. It's just that they were unable to make the game a reality that they were claiming they were already working on and had been working on.
Supply room access unlocked.
Every time they came out with a new trailer, I mean, I would comment. I would tell people, like, you guys know this is not a game. This isn't a game. Like, anything that you're seeing now is in response to what we're saying. Meaning, so they put out a trailer and we were like, this trailer is completely scripted. It's not real. It just has tracking and all this other stuff. And in Unreal Engine 5, that's what we're seeing. Nothing is really gameplay footage. It's all video. They then were saying, no, it is, and this and that, and these features are going to be in there, and all this other bullshit. Right. Okay, you show a trailer, you make a trailer through Unreal Engine 5, and you do all the tracking stuff and everything that you do within that to make it look like it's actual gameplay. And then that's your promotional video. That's okay. That's fine. I have no issues with that. But it's what you promised within the game. And then he came out with a shittier version of the engine. You know, lower down graphics, a lot of stuff. Assets bought, and all the, you know, there's nothing wrong with buying the store assets, you know, the Epic assets and stuff like that for Unreal 5. It's when you don't change them at all and you just mashed it together to make it look like something similar to what you had already said was going to be there, and then none of the gameplay that you said was going to be there is actually really there, except for maybe the looting part of it. So it became just a looter shooter basically in an extraction game. That's it, and not even a lot of loot. There was barely any zombies in the game. There was barely any, the other players. The netcode involved in it had to be the shittiest netcode that anyone could have ever wrote for a game, because there were so many problems with how characters interacted with each other, and the lag issues and the desync issues and everything else. It was atrocious. But the fact that this person was involved in this the whole time and wants it to seem as though he was duped himself. No. Everyone with a brain knew that the game wasn't coming out the way that they said it was. I mean, most people didn't even think it was a game. And it's not a game. It's just a money grab. They put something, and they've done this before. They put something out and then they abandon it, right? People buy into it. You get an influx of money, and then you abandon the game. I mean, Steam has a history of having... I don't know why early access is a big thing on Steam too. Yeah, the day before, bro. That's what we're talking about. So I don't know why Steam has an early access to begin with for a lot of these games, because they always go unfinished. I mean, there's games that's been in early access now for 2-3 years. What? That doesn't even make any sense. No game should be in early access for 2-3 years. It just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so I'm watching what the guy's saying. I'm listening to the other Discord callers, and I'm just seeing this like softball to the whole. Yeah, the questions they're asking, and then they're trying to like, a couple guys are trying to defend the guy and take away blame from him and all this other stuff. Yeah, it was. I was really looking forward to that game, bro. Like really looking forward to that game. And then this happened. Anyway, I was really looking forward to the game, and then to see it come out in the state it was very disappointing. But I didn't purchase the game because I knew as soon as I knew it was a bullshit game. I knew it wasn't, there was nothing to it. And then to charge a $40 price tag to all these people who were hoping that the game was what they said it was going to be, and just completely lying to the customer base, the gamers. And then again, you have the guy being upset with some of the big streamers like Big Fry and them. Those guys were just doing their job. I got a little upset with them too, because they promoted the game in a way. They did. They promoted the game in a way, even though they were questioning the existence of the game and all this other stuff. They didn't do that initially. They were like, oh, this game looks really good. You know, I hope it's this. I hope it's that. And so they gave hope to other people that view their channel. Right. But the creators initially were on the side of the game, because just like everybody else, I don't want to be too hard on those guys, because they wanted a good game just like we did, right? They wanted a great game, and it just wasn't going to be that. And anybody who didn't see that was a fool. I mean, from day one, when the trailer first came out, I have a buddy who is in game development. We talked about it. We were gaming. We were playing Rust at the time, and I was streaming Rust. We talked about the game in those videos, and we were like, it's going to be a great game if they can put this together. But, you know, knowing that the team that they had, seeing their track record of games, it was an impossibility for them to create the game that they said they were creating. And not only that, again, as things progressed and all these delays came up and all the excuses started to pop up, and you started to look back into the backgrounds of these people and the people that they were saying were involved in it, none of it made any sense. Everyone should have known at that point that this game was nothing more than a money grab. And even if the game came out, it was going to be in the state that it was, and it was only so that they could get an influx of money, maybe do a few updates to the game, a few patches to the game, and then they're going to abandon the game. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's such a disappointment. Not only that, as soon as I saw the trailer, I shit you not, I say in the comments, I'm like, this is a Division 2 game. This is the city design, the way the layouts were, the cars, the trash on the side of the roads, everything looked like Division 2, but in a smaller reference. It was more of like the New York part of Division 2. You know, everything was just identical. Their setups, everything. And then the font that they used was from The Last of Us. I mean, all this stuff, it was a big
Supply room access
and a shame
unlocked.
too. Just a shame. Alright, let me see what I knew I was going to get on here and talk about it because I just watched the video, so excuse me for like ranting about the game, but I think anyone involved in that process, from the first initial trailer to what shit people receive now, is responsible for that. And if you try to give somebody a pass because they simply say, oh, well, we were moderators, we were defending the game, like the guy clearly says he was defending the game. What gaming wise, I mean, there's a couple things coming out. Like, I like MMOs too, so I like the leveling process of MMOs. I like the grinding aspects of MMOs. I like, you know, those. I like first-person shooters. I would really love to see the Division do kind of like what the Day Before wanted to do, and throw some zombies in the game. So there's like more things to do within the game, you know, instead of just the same grind of going from one point to another point, doing this.
Hostile control point detected.
This game has a lot of open world potential if they could have done that. Like, I mean, I could see this. It's a big game, city-wise. It's not a small game. But, game-wise, Dune, the new Dune that's going to be coming out, I think that's going to be let's see. There's a couple other games I'm looking at, but Dune is one of the main ones. I'm waiting for that to come out. I think that's going to really dominate. What is it? Enshrouded is another like MMO. I think is going to be really good. I think if the guys over at Ubisoft, you know, decide to make a Division 3, I think the Division 3 could be a really good game. Make it a, you know, an open world with some MMO RPG kind of aspects to it. You know, full PvP in the environment. Because I don't think toggled PvP works in a game. I really don't. Only certain people will toggle, the rest will untoggle. New World's a prime example of that. Like, I had a lot of hope for New World, and it just wasn't. You know, the toggle PvP and having to join a faction and all kind of ruined the gameplay for me. Because our intentions, I mean, I had pre-purchased New World with the intention to be like a gun for hire kind of, you know, like a mercenary. And, you know, all our friends were going to be mercenaries. We were going to be hired out to defend towns when they had these big town battles, the city, you know. And none of that transpired because toggle PvP was in the game, and you had to join a faction. So that kind of ruined the game for us. I want a truly immersive open world game. You know, I love the Division city and level development, level design. Excuse me. And I think this game right here that I'm playing right now has enormous potential to become an extremely well-crafted open world MMO style FPS. If that makes any sense. What the Day Before tried to accomplish, I think the developers of the Division could accomplish with ease, relative ease. And I mean, they saw the excitement for the Day Before, right? The most wishlisted Steam game and all this other stuff. Like, there was a lot of hype around the game. Why the Division developers wouldn't want to follow something like that? I mean, I think that might have been their intention in the beginning for the Division. They just, at the time, they just couldn't do it, whatever it might be. You know, whatever the reason for it not being done was. But I'd love to see the Division 3. It is. It's a really good game.
Hostile control
But
point nearby.
the problem with the Division's problem is it's a good game for a certain amount of time, right?
Thank you for the follow, by the way. For this game, I played it religiously, right? So I got to an SHD level where all my skills were leveled up. They were all 50. And then the the grind to get the gear that I wanted for my type of build, the specific stuff that I needed, right? So I went through all that stuff. And I got everything that I wanted, and I got everything to where I want it, and all this other stuff. So, but after that, if you notice, my SHD level is only 1183. Everything's maxed out as far as the other stuff is concerned. So I didn't feel the need to continue to boost anything at that point. Like I didn't want to keep playing the game. It got repetitive and boring. I was doing the same events. I was doing the same things. I was grinding for the expertise. And, my expertise is only 13, but it didn't matter. I could kill everything in the game, and I could play everything on heroic with no problem, except for, like, I can't do some of the content without other people in it. It does require some of the content at the highest settings, but I haven't played in 7 months, by the way, so I'm a little, if you hear me talking about it, it's just because I forgot some of the stuff. Anyway, the game is a great game. It has potential, again, like I said, but it gets repetitive, and that's why people stop playing it, or just are bored in the game, or not that excited. The Dark Zone, I think, really turns a lot of people off. It does, because you go in there and you're grinding out, and you might not have the right builds. Then you have these guys who theory craft these builds, and they go in and they ruin it for everybody else. The cheating problems within the game where you can remain invisible and you can shoot people in certain, all of that stuff was causing problems for the game. And but if they can do an MMO FPS, turn the Division into an open world, where you get a real sense of, and give it some type of, I don't know if you ever heard of the game Lineage, right? Lineage 2 was a great MMO, and very underrated MMO. It was popular, but it wasn't as popular as WoW and some of the other, large MMOs. Popular in the Asian community, but not as much in North America. But it had a system in it where it was open world PvP. The problem was you had a thing called karma, right? So if you killed too many people in the open world, you could go red. Your tag would turn red. Your name tag would turn red. And at that point, you could drop items that you have. So there was a risk to killing people, right? So when you went out, you knew you could still get attacked and get away with killing a couple people. But you couldn't continually do it, or you could lose your items and some of your best items that you got. I think implementing a system like that into an open world like this, creating it full PvP, but with consequences for killing people, where you can drop items, you can drop your best guns, you can drop your best gear, stuff like that if you go red. I think that would work perfectly. And I think people would be very happy with a system like that. Yeah. The Day Before had aspirations for greatness. The idea that they had was great, right? Open world, zombie survival, fighting against other people to gain resources and level up your character and all that. It was perfect. It was a beautiful idea. They just couldn't implement it. And that's not giving them a pass, because they're completely 100% responsible for all the bullshit that they told the people and screwed over. 100%. And I wish they would have. I wish they would have been more honest with the people, taking a more honest approach about how they were going to do things. But they didn't. They didn't care. They didn't care. So now you have this weird, I don't know, game that's like a Tarkov light, which I really hated Tarkov to begin with. I didn't like the game at all. Tarkov is one of those games that like promote camping and ganking people at the extraction points and stuff like that. I never liked games like that. So I watched these trailers. I see the streamers come in. I see what they're doing. I see what they're attempting to do, trying to explain things. But they're just as much to blame as anybody else for promoting that game. Literally. That game should have never seen It's the same thing we do with news and politics. You know, we hate certain politicians, yet we give them
Hostile control point
airtime to
identified.
explain themselves. But they gave the game airtime, you know, and exposure. We gave the game exposure. I mean, I never did it. I didn't talk about it until just recently because I knew I was going to be vindicated the entire time I was bitching about the game. I never said that the game was going to be anything but what it's turned out to be. Just trash. And people paid $40 for it. I feel bad for those people. Should I take this control point? Maybe. It's just crazy, man, how people just promote games and they know that. We're gamers, right? I mean, I've been gaming for a long time, dude. Like, literally a long time. I've seen games come and go. And yeah, but the thing is now, no, I just read what you said, so I'll address that. The thing is now you'll see streamers. Streamers are in it for views. Let's be honest. That's what they're there for. Nothing more. They're in it for views, right? There's no other reason for it. So you got these big streamers who want more and more views, and so they're gonna latch on to these games that are getting, you know, hits. Right now, the day before is a hot topic, right? Hot topic. So why not address the game in some format so that you can get more views on it? Because people were involved and invested in the games. And streamers see that, they know. They're not stupid. But I don't like that part of the business. I don't like that part of the streaming business. I literally don't stream for views. I stream because I want to. And I don't stream with any kind of significance. Literally none. I don't have like a schedule and play a certain
Friendly
game
combatants
or anything
nearby.
like that. I do whatever I want to do and I stream when I want to. I don't. These big streamers, they're getting a pass too, after promoting this shit to the masses of their, you know, their viewership. They promoted this to their viewership. They increased interest in this game to their viewers, making it something their viewers are like, oh wow, I want to see, you know, the day before, I want to buy the day before, I want to get the day before when it comes out. A lot of these people who bought the game just because it came out, even before seeing the stream. The minute it came out, they purchased the game. And this was all based off the hype around the game that streamers still continued to push, even if they were negative, even if they had their doubts. It was during their stream, you hear them go, oh, I wish this game was what it, you know, I wish this game's going to be everything. I hope the game can be that. I have no faith in it, but I hope the game is going to be that. And then you just conned all your viewers into buying a game. And then you sat in the game after trash talking. I don't understand that either. You trash talked the game the entire time. And now you're playing the game. People see that. They know what you're doing. Nobody's stupid.
Friendly combatants detected.
It's another game just to... It's another way for them to get views. I shouldn't say it's another way. It's another way for them to get views, and that's it. That was their intention. Get views, get more people watching, more people interested in their content, you know, more viewerships, more money, it's more advertising revenue and stuff like that for their channel. And that's it. Do they really care? Are they really being honest? Because if you were being honest, you would have never even promoted that game. You wouldn't even be playing it, whether they gave you a free key or not. You know? Why do that? Why make this game a sleeper hit? It's not even a sleeper hit. I shouldn't even say that because it's not even that. You know, I wish it was a sleeper hit. I don't know. I don't give them a pass as much as I don't give the developers or any of the moderators or any of the people that were involved in this a pass. You don't get a pass. You ripped off a gamer who had hopes of, you know, this being something special and that he could invest time into it, money into it. And the possibility was there again. Division developers need to take that idea and turn it into a reality, and they can do it. And if they do that, they're going to make millions upon millions. I guarantee if the Division 3 came out and it was exactly all those promises, an open world, PvP, a karma system in there. So again, if you go red, you know, if you kill too many people, you can drop your items. So there's that element of, oh shit, I got to be careful what I do because I don't want to kill, 19 people, get caught too far away from a safe zone, and then get killed by somebody else and lose all my items. That shit, they would make a killing off of the game. They could kill it. I hope they do. I hope they do. If I had the gaming development experience, the ability to make that style game, I would make that game in a heartbeat.
Detected.
And I know exactly what
The control point in proximity.
to keep people playing the game. The beauty about the SHD concept in this game was to keep people leveling, right? To keep people coming back and playing the game. The higher the SHD level, the more health you got. The higher health you got, the better chance you got if you went into the dark zone or your PvP mode. If of winning the fight, things like that. So it kept people coming back, right? It's a leveling system, and our brains want to level in these games. That's how we want to play. So watching your SHD level rise was great, but then they kind of ruined it because they stopped the watch level progress at 50. Right? The watch can still go up, but your stats can't go up higher than 50 except for your health. It only applies to your health.
I'm exposed here!
And then the issues with all the exploiting that people did to get those really high SHD levels that weren't possible any other normal way. That was another thing too. When they came out with I forget what it was, one event. People were leveling. They had people in the game with 200,000 SHD, like, come on, man. You can't even do that. The guys figured out if you did everything legitimately, it would take you like 6 years to get to the max SHD level you could have gotten to, which was something like 16 or 17,000. These guys were under 20,000. Some people had 200,000. Crazy. What they do, they see. Fantastic, the developer of the day before, that's part of what they wanted. They wanted gamers, right? They wanted people who had any kind of gaming experience to come and join them. Volunteer. They weren't even going to get paid for it. And that was the problem with that. That was the other problem with the game, Developers can be passionate about developing a game, but if you don't pay them and you're not giving them any incentive to continue, eventually they're going to start questioning why they're doing it. Alright? That's just human nature. You're not getting paid for your work, you're not going to do it forever. Passion projects don't exist in this day and age. It just doesn't exist. It might start out, you might have a passion project, you might have this idea that's great and everything else, but if you try to bring people in for free, that's only going to last so long. Eventually you're going to start having people questioning what's going on. And especially the way that Fantastic was so quiet and closed mouth about what they were, what their true intentions were, and they weren't actually telling anybody anything. That was another thing. But you place too much faith in these types of companies, and then this is what you get. You get complete utter chaos. Nothing that even remotely resembles the game that you had promised. It's sad, because the game could have been great. Really could have been. And everybody says that, but, gamers are hard to deal with because the expectation of a gamer, right? Gamers play all types of games. A lot of gamers will play multiple games. So they have an expectation of what a game should be. And when you don't meet that expectation, gamers will go crazy. They'll lose their freaking minds, right? They're like, oh my god, it's the worst game ever. You didn't, you promised this and you promised this and you didn't do any of it and all this other stuff. You lied to us and everything else. But you have to have reasonable expectations. You see a game company like Fantastic and they come up with this great idea. You you see a trailer that they put out and they try to make it appear as though it was actual gameplay. And anybody that ever played games knows it's not gameplay. You can see the movements, the shooting, everything was off slightly, and you could just tell. So your expectation for that game is based off a trailer that never was real to begin with. The trailer was real, excuse me, but the game was not real. So now you have an expectation for the game that they bring out to be exactly what they showed you. And all game companies, when developing a game, run into the same problem through game development. They might not be able to institute something that they had planned on putting into and have to cut it back or shorten it or make it less of what they wanted it to be, right? Everybody runs into problems. Oh, alright, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just read what you wrote. My bad. Yeah, have a good day, man. I need to pay attention to chat more. That's my problem. I don't read chat that much. Hello, doggy. Okay, let me get this. What I was doing. Gotta get to 175. Let's go. Let's go up here.
combatants nearby.
Fuck you! Fire on that shield! Spread the green poison!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
We won't forget! Bleed for that!
Friendly combatants detected.
Fighting on. One day.
Reinforcements en route. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I'll give you cover.
I'm not seeing them! Gonna light you up!
Friendly combatants nearby.
Oh, they're
Heavily armored hostile detected.
reloading!
I'll keep one.
Help, they're on you!
Paid
It's too
off.
easy on normal. So I don't mind these season events, man, but it's just too easy to complete these. You just set your settings down to normal and you just do all your season stuff just to pay us it.
Friendly combatants
Just go right
detected.
back to heroic and start playing all my normal content on heroic.
Supply room access unlocked.
Don't care about this weapon access. Let's see. Let me finish my goals here. Uh-huh. Ah. Ah. What the? Excuse you, buddy. Ghost tools.
Incoming hostiles detected.
You're the best.
You saluted? That's the first time I've seen that. Nice salute. It's pretty good. Middle finger, corner of the eyebrow.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
What? What was that for?
That was the last one.
Just random.
I came close to dying there. Thanks for saving your little dad. Between us. I got him. Watch out! That's over!
Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.
Next.
The last one!
Incoming hostiles detected.
Nope. All the way up here playing around instead of down at the objective. That's what happens.
Secure the area.
What are you doing up there?
Sure hope they know what they're doing.
You see that?
Fuck you and your friend. For some deal.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Civilians in distress. Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Heavily armored hostiles detected. Civilians in danger.
One more for the fun.
Almost didn't see him at all. Hello, little man.
Supply room access unlocked.
Oh shit.
It's almost working.
Incoming hostiles detected. Hostile control point detected.
Now, let's go take it. I need my points. Kinda like this one, and kinda don't.
Hostile broadcast detected.
I can get one off.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Burn out the flight!
Reinforcements en route. Hostile broadcast picked up. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Now what I needed.
Excuse me. $250.
Supply room access unlocked.
What else disorients? I need something else out of my arsenal that disorients. Do this a little bit faster.
To all the True Sons, JTF, and Division agents listening to this broadcast, we will not stop hunting you down. There will be no forgiveness. To all the children, mothers, fathers, grandparents, friends, families, all of you that were treated like animals on Roosevelt Island, I swear, the outcasts will burn every last one of those responsible.
Access key detected. Progress halted. Manual override required.
There's a sickness coming. You can't hide from it.
Progress resumed.
You need a med pack, aren't you?
Manual override required.
So, Manny vetoed my company's taco stay for the company's slogan idea. Said people might think it's perverted or something. Whatever. He's the boss. Okay, but like for real, Mari makes the best fish tacos in town. And I'm not just saying that because she makes the only fish tacos in town. Before all this shit started, only hipsters gave a fuck about local, small-scale, sustainable food. And now, like, that's just the world. I mean, sometimes the Brady's get a delivery through, but almost everything we've eaten in the last year has been farmed, foraged, or hunted. It's designed to hard reset the world and force us to be more sustainable. And once we ran out of canned beans, we had to learn how to, like, grow and preserve that shit. Hopefully we've got enough in storage to get us through winter. Otherwise, we're gonna need to get those shipping lanes from the southwest to open up so the Midwest and North don't die of starvation.
Entering contaminated area. Leaving contaminated area. Contaminated area. Electronic device detected.
Get in there, goddamn you! No, please! There's kids here! Because they're sick. Don't do this! Selfish son of a bitch. How many people do you need to kill before you take some goddamn responsibility? At least take us to the quarantine area. You had your chance for that. Now get the fuck in there or I'll blow a goddamn hole in you.
There's nothing to do in here. What the hell?
That's our water! Why are you pouring it out? It's contaminated. We don't drink from the fucking container. You think we're completely stupid? Why risk it? What an idiotic waste. Hey, don't overreact. It's only a few gallons, okay? It was almost a week's worth of water. And it's nothing. Relax.
Exiting contaminated area. Hostile device detected.
Hand me that shotgun, will you? Thanks. Hey, listen up. Can y'all come over this way for a sec? Get back! Cease fire! Aight. Check each other to make sure none of y'all got blood on you.
That's Black Tusk. Actually, you know what? No, not yet. This is right here, right? So what is... Yeah, okay. I should have brought that out. Damn it. I didn't want to do this. No.
The hell?
Need to get through this faster. I know I just transferred the shotgun over, right? I transferred a capacitor? What the fuck was that thinking? Inventory. Now where's my... There we go. What?
I'll give you cover.
Move that way! Past the shield!
There will be a beacon to all! The fire is
Heavily armored hostile detected.
You see?
Reinforcements incoming. Incoming hostiles detected.
another joins the fallen! Aegis running loose!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
We had a little excitement. Haven't you done enough?
We're done. They're all down.
Supply room access unlocked.
tedious.
Don't drop your guard. They're still out there. Take some of this shit!
What is your problem? What are you shooting at? Oh, it's that crack. Smoking that crack again?
Let's see how you handle a grenade.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
We survived!
Shut up.
It's ahead.
You ain't done nothing yet.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you hadn't shown up.
I could tell you would have died. You don't have to think I actually know what would have happened had I not. Had I not shown up, you would have died. You would have been dead. There's gotta be a better way to do this.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. Fully armored hostiles detected.
You're not getting away, buddy. No. Back here. Yeah, is it taking a little long here?
Time to get moving. Would have been much tougher without you. Thanks.
You weren't even here, bud. Oh god. Did I not stun
Supply room
anyone
access
and then
unlocked.
fire them? Still at 238.
I fought for this country. Damn country. I see them! Justice, sir! No! 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 That guy up!
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Fully armed hostile detected.
Let's burn it up!
Supply room access unlocked.
DC dies! DC dies!
Supply drop nearby. Incoming hostiles detected. Supply room access unlocked. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Incoming hostiles detected. Friendly supply convoy in proximity. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Supply drop claimed.
Tango!
Incoming hostiles detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Supply drop claimed. Hostile opening a supply drop.
What?
Incoming hostiles detected.
No, you're not. Open. Shit.
Supply drop claimed. All crates are now empty. Supplies dropped successfully.
I'm out!
Right on the boat!
Medic over here!
Supply room access unlocked.
Ah, done. Now I must go to hyenas. True sons, okay. Sort of hyenas, as usual. No, yeah. You go
The
through
Black
this
Tusk
shit.
assault team has taken up residence inside the hotel.
Get rid of this stuff now.
But neither's good for us. Get in there and solve the problem.
Will this all shift once I do that then? I'm just gonna do these hyena stuff right now. I'm gonna play with this shit. I'll do that all on heroic when I'm done this. Alrighty then. Let's go.
Consider your choices. Loyalists to our enemy will be punished. Accept President Ellis and the Black Tusk, or suffer the consequences.
You're covered!
We are under direct orders from the President. Control takes to DC. With your great cooperation, we will bring order back to this city.
I'm sending out the drone!
Ellis would like to thanks to your support. A reality.
Hostiles guarding location nearby. Progress halted. Manual override required. Access key detected.
It's time to consider your choices.
Progress resumed.
Target did you hit? Blood visual contact!
Detected. Near location guarded by hostiles. System curtailed. Manual override required. System forward. Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Enjoy yourself. You might not be alive tomorrow. This is a warning to the division. Back the hell off before you get yourself killed. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Access key detected. Progress halted. Manual override required.
This is our chance to create the city we
Progress resumed. Manual override required.
Any of them.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected. Supply room access unlocked.